Here we have a Starlink Mini. Nice little carrying case for all the little doodads. Got our power cable, our power adapter. We also have a cigarette lighter adapter, an adapter for a pole mount. And then of course we have our dish, if I can get it out. We just point it towards the eastern sky. We just plug in the power source, cigarette lighter adapter, or our power adapter. And there we go. We're gonna take it out to the camper, fire it up for the first time, and we'll see what kind of speeds we can get out of it. So I actually had this stand from our King TV satellite system, which hooked into a Wally used with a Dish Network service. And I said, let's see if this works. And sure enough, the Starlink is actually able to sit on top of this little King dish mount. And I think I can at least make this work in the interim until I have a better mounting system to actually affix it to the camper itself. All right, so we're gonna go inside the camper and we're going to fire up the Starlink app, and we need to switch from standby mode to a roaming mode. So the first thing we want to do is open up our Wi-Fi list and pick up the mini router, which will be listed as soon as our device powers up. Here we see that the device has powered up in standby mode, which is normal. We're gonna select subscription and change our service plan from standby to roam unlimited. That way we're not restricted to how much data we can use on the Starlink Mini. Slide the slider and pay for the subscription, but just keep in mind that you do not have to pay for the full month. You just pay for the service as you use it. Take a look at the speeds involved with the Mini device. While it is in standby mode, it does still work. It just doesn't have the full bandwidth that it will once the unlimited service goes into effect. Now we'll check our alignment on the alignment page. Just simply twist the device left or right depending on which direction the application tells you to point the device. Now that our unlimited service has taken effect, we can see our internet speeds are quite a bit higher. We're somewhere between 250 megabytes per second and 150 megabytes per second. Notice our latency is only at 44 milliseconds, which is pretty good for a satellite-based internet system. I remembered I have these rapid straps in my toolbox, so I went and snagged them to stick on to my temporary mount, which will keep the Mini secure. Next, I will select the password for the devices inside the camper. One of the nicest things about this Starlink Mini system is it does not require an external router. It does have an internal router, which is internal to the device and will run all of your components on your rig. Once at the campground, the device is mounted on top of the camper to give it a good view of the sky. I routed the wiring down the side of the camper and into the front pass-through where I plugged it into the wall. I hope you've gained a newfound perspective on the Starlink, and especially the Starlink Mini when used with RVs. I do hope that you are enjoying this content. If you are, please like and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.